Coaches Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth.
Welcome to another edition of Coach Connection. I'm Preparatory Tate, your host, and today I'm honored to introduce you to an athletic director. So, without further ado, sister, can you please tell us your name and the school that you are working with?
Well, I am Ashley Seymore, and I work at Ron Brown College Preparatory High School. I am the athletic director there.
I wanted you to say that because, you know, athletic directors, you all are in charge of a lot of lives and a lot of programs. Can you tell us briefly all of the different sports that you are like directing, because you have a lot of coaches, right, that worked with the different.
Yes.
So tell us how that break that down for us.
So you guys know we are a fairly new school. We've only been open for about 5 to 6 years. So we offer a few sports, of course, all male sports. So in the fall, we offer football and cross country. The winter, we offer basketball, indoor track, and in the spring, we offer baseball and outdoor track. We do have a few club sports. The boys love rugby. It's not a sponsored DCPS sport, it's a club sport, but it just gets them in the mood and that hidden action and prepare for football and all the other seasons to come.
That's wonderful. Now, sports are so important to your school. Can you break down why?
Yes. So as you know, here at DCPS, sometimes attendance is, well, not sometimes, most of the time, it's a big factor. Yeah. Sports bring them to school.
Yes.
Especially football. We have about 36 players on the team. Okay. That's a very prominent sport that allows them to come to school on time, stay after school, get their work done academically and mentally. So that's just a big factor of bringing them into the building, keeping them there, also keeping them safe. Okay. We're in Deanwood, so it's a safe place to be in sports and to be at Ron Brown.
Love it. Now, you come from sports, and you are Washingtonian.
Yes.
So let's kind of peel that back slightly. Let's talk about you. Okay. Because before you were the director, you came through a lot of different processes. So can you give us a little history, sister, please?
Oh, yeah, God. It's really long. So I am from Washington, D.C., started off in club sports. We were called the D.C. Red Wings. I attended Archbishop Carroll High School, ran cross country, indoor, outdoor track and field, all of the above. I then decided to run in college. I ran for Indiana University for all 4 years, and I had a red shirt that I decided, hey, okay, do I want to run at Morgan State University a little closer to home, or I had the option to go to FSU, Florida. Okay. But since it was a red shirt, it wouldn't be as much scholarship money. So I chose to go to Morgan State University. I did my red shirt there, ran cross country for them, made a little bit of history while I was there. And then after
She's
that,
so modest.
Oh, I do try to be modest. There are a lot of accolades.
You don't have to do that here. We're Coach Connection.
Okay.
We want the world to understand that our young persons are being coached by some amazing individuals.
Okay, yes.
And you earned that. I mean, and even with the red shirt, I want our parents, I want our friends, I want our watchers to understand what is that, because you earned that. You didn't get that. So break that down for us.
So basically, once I left Archbishop Carroll High School, when you leave the high school level, you think you're on top of the world. You are the top in your state, the top in your area. Indiana, a Big Ten school, recruits me. When I get there, I'm just like, whoa. Like, I thought I was the best in the country. Everyone's the best in the country on this level. Yeah. So the coach decides to redshirt me. It's just a way to let you know that, hey, you're still good, but we just need to bring you on the level that kids have already been, who've been in the college level for 3 or 4 years now. So that red shirt freshman year just let me train, let me grow the ins and outs of college athletics. And that way, after my 4th year, I can use it for an additional year.
Got it. And so you had to understand how to use that, because that was like a hit. And you earned the right to be there.
Yes.
But you had to earn more. You had to do more, right?
Yes.
And how did that help you as an athlete and a teacher now?
Yes. So it helps tremendously because the coach on that college level, they have to trust you as a redshirt athlete now to stay up academically, to train harder. Because at redshirt, you have to do more than those who aren't redshirted. You have to train harder, and you have to show them that you deserve an extra year of your scholarship and an extra year to be at this school and train. And then also, you're also showing them that, hey, this 5th year that I'm with you, I'm going to make sure I'll excel for you. I'm going to keep my academics up, and I'm also going to try to help you win championships. And a lot of high schoolers, we don't understand redshirt. Parents don't understand it, especially on the football level. They think, I have to sit out a year my freshman year. It's all bad, but it's really a good thing.
Yes.
It's a growth factor.
Yeah. I love that. And so can you give us a one of those messages that a coach, be it high school or college, kind of installed in you so that you can, I say install because I want you to know that I believe, if I'm correct, you are now giving that same message. You're implanting that same message inside others. So something that was put into you, you didn't just hear it. It's like, yo, that's there. That's something that I live by.
Yes, so it's 2 of them.
Okay.
One is when I was in college, we read this book that Michael Jordan wrote. And in it, he had a quote that said basically like, to give up my best is to not succeed. So I can accept failure, but I can't accept not trying.
Got it.
So in that book, in college in Indiana, we read it, we learned about it. But I take that quote and I instill it in my student athletes to let them know, to not do your best is to give up the gift. You have to try. If you don't try, then you won't succeed. You won't know what you're missing out.
Got it. Love it. Because those messages, when we accept them, when we make them a part of our life, and coaches do that. They don't just have anecdotes. They literally, through proper training, change lives. And so, can you tell us what are some of the lives of some of the young people that you're training? Tell us about the people that are on those teams that you are supporting and helping now.
Right now, I have a young man named Carl Wilson. He's a sophomore, and he's running cross country. So this young man right now, he's a baseball player. He's an all-around athlete. But, he knew that, hey, we need a cross country team. We didn't have any athletes. And many times he's the only one out there practicing. He's the only one that's consistent. So I've been able to instill in him that, hey, try your best. Don't accept failure. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing, because being the only kid out there on a cross-country team is tough. He's running 3 to 4 miles a day on his own. So he's one right now that I'm kind of growing and developing, just because he's showing everything that a scholar athlete needs and is willing to do, to say, hey, I'm going to come out here by myself and do cross-country, which I've never done before. I'm a baseball kid, but I'm going to get it done for the school.
Oh, yeah. See, those are the type of things that when you get it, it becomes your way of life.
Yes.
And that way of life is it happens. It affects everything else you do. Can you give us some example of some of the other students that in your? I'm going to ask you to go back to your past again, right?
Okay.
Because as a coach, you weren't by yourself. You were on a team of others. I want our listeners to begin to see that not only does the player get infected with this lesson, on this team, but the whole team gets the same lesson, and everyone uses that lesson differently, right? So can you tell us about some of the other players you played with, or some of the other players you ran with, and what are some things that you've seen them do that you're hoping that the students that you're dealing with now will do or could do?
I have the perfect story for you guys. So I decided to go to Morgan State for my redshirt year.
Okay.
And that year, of course, I was the grad student. I'm older. My underclassmen, student athlete, my teammates, they're younger. But during that year, I was able to mold them and show them that they can actually compete on that D1A, that top level. During that year, we were able to come in second at MEACs. I was able to become the first female cross-country champion in Morgan State history. But we did that as a team because I let them know, hey, guys, even though I'm coming from Indiana, a Big Ten school, you guys can compete on that level. You can compete with those girls. Here I am at Morgan State with you guys. Yeah. We're doing big things. So just me showing them that, you can't be scared of the big schools. Yeah. Even though you're a small school, you can't be scared because we're just as great as them. So me coming onto that team that redshirt year, it just showed them that I know we're a small HBCU, but we got it.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's right. So you've been coaching for a long time, right?
Well, I have. I started at Stevenson University.
Okay.
And then Towson. So, and some of those, Towson was like an all-girls school, all-girls sports team as well. So just digging into the females and just let them know, don't be scared.
Yes, yes.
You got it.
And so now you're at an amazing high school.
Yes.
What's the future? What do you see for these young men that are in your program?
Growth. Right now, growth and consistency. You know, as a small new school, our numbers aren't high, but tomorrow, DCIAA cross country championships, I have 5 boys.
Wow.
Previously, we may have only had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So right now, the future is looking bright. We're having growth. We've already shown it.
Yeah.
Our football team is excelling. Our basketball team is excelling. So I'm just looking towards that consistency and that growth.
Now you have other coaches.
Yes.
Can you share with us who they are?
Yes, so I have a new coach for indoor track, outdoor and cross country, Coach Pryor. He's great. He's very energetic. You need that. You need that hype man. You need that energy person. He also runs and practices with the boys.
Oh, great.
So
Great,
he's
great.
excellent for that. He's also a DCPS teacher
Okay.
on the elementary school level.
Okay.
So he's one of my young coaches that just gets everyone hype. He's also a strength and conditioning coach for football. The boys love him.
Yes.
You know, he jumps out there with them, gets a little high knees drills with them. That's perfect. My basketball coach, Coach Porter, is from New York.
Okay.
So you know how New York people
Yes,
are.
love
No
them.
nonsense,
No,
but the
like,
kids love him.
done.
Yes. So
I'm done.
yeah. So he's just all around great. Like he's also our school counselor.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's able to like dig into the boys. You know, it's that tough love.
Yes.
Tough love.
Yes. And what I'm also hearing is a wraparound family, a wraparound. Now, how does that once again impact the whole school?
Oh, so I've never been in this environment before. We call it one place like home. Ron Brown. So we say
place
one
like
place
home.
like home. We have
Yeah.
T-shirts that say one place like home. We look at ourselves as a family. During the summer programs and the beginning of the year, we have these groups where we say, what type of family are you? You have a church family, a school family, athletic family. So it's just so different. I love it.
Okay, now here's an opportunity for you now. See, at Coach Connection, we want to make sure that our community understands what our coaches are doing in our school. We have so much that goes on. We hear it on the news about our children, and it's not all good. But sitting here listening to you today, and I hope that you are taking some, or get some pencil and paper out, because I want you to be a part of helping this school continue to help young people be excellent. So, once again, can you tell us the name of the school, but this time, can you tell us how can someone volunteer or write a check to support the school?
Yes, so again, Ron Brown College Preparatory High School. You can volunteer by just contacting the school, myself, the principal, or DCPS. We love to have volunteers. We love people to help us out, and donations the same way. You can just contact us, let us know, do you want to donate to the whole school or do you want to donate to a specific department? Right now we do have a basketball organization that is doing a donation. And we like our donations to also come with a partnership. So, for example, if you're going to donate money, we would like to say, hey, would you like to come into the building? Would you like to meet the kids? Is there something else that you can offer besides money?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Love it. Now, when a person makes a donation, or when a person comes into the building, what would they witness? What would they see? What would their support go? Because a lot of times people don't understand that a lot of our children, even though they're fantastic, they're coming from some environments that's not always the best place, right? So can you tell us a little bit more of the need of our children that are in your care?
Yes.
Your athletic care.
Yes. So on the athletic side, one need is gear, items such as shoes. Shoes are a big one, especially with the cross-country team, basketball. Of course, DC provides us a budget, but it's not extensive.
Yeah.
So I'm always making sure I have shoes for the boys, shorts, T-shirts as well, and then food. Right now, when I open up my concessions after school, I'm making sure I feed them healthy snacks, waters, Gatorade. Our cafeteria as well sometimes will feed the athletes before practice. So when you step into the building, you'll see the need for food, you'll see the need for shoes, but you'll also see that the uniforms we provide, the blazers and the ties, sometimes we wash them on site for the kids.
Hold on. She said blazers and ties.
Yes.
So you all are showing up like really. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Our freshmen, blazers, ties, collared shirts every day, khaki pants. Upperclassmen get polos. but every day they're coming dressed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is real. And so once again, you have an opportunity to participate in the lives of these young persons through our athletic department. You know for sure when you were in school how the athletic department set a tone for the whole school. Once again, you have an ability to share in that love, to inspire our young persons to be outstanding. So give us a clue. Where are your students graduating and going to? Give us some success stories about your students so far.
Yes, so we have one young man who used to play football. His name is Mahmoud. He went to McDaniel College there, walk on, but now he's on the team playing. So he's a very highly success story, especially with us being a small new school. Sports is still ongoing. It's still in its jumpstart phase. But for us to be able to have these kids now be able to say, hey, I'm at McDaniel College, I'm playing football, and you know the next step is to, hey, get that scholarship. So he's a very success story. He comes back in the summer, trains with our kids. He speaks to them, let them know how the college level is, what to expect. And he also instills in them that, hey, you got to go to class. You got to get your grades. You know, college, it is different from high school, but the same rules apply.
Yes. And I love that your school has a high attendance rate. Your school has a high graduation rate and a high rate of students going to college, no matter if they're going through a scholarship, be it through the athletic department. So once again, name of the school and how we can reach you.
Ron Brown College Preparatory High School. You can reach us at 4800 Meade Street Northeast. You can also reach us through email or stopping by the school.
Now, you're going to be able to witness on this show a few of her students. We're going to highlight them because we want you to see the students that you have the opportunity to be a part of their life by volunteering and supporting in any way you can. It is our students in our schools, and we need to take responsibility for them now. Thank you so much for watching another edition of Coach Connection. And Coach, thank you for doing all the great work you do in the lives of these young men. Until next time.
Yes, and thank you for having me and being able to have this platform to present Ron Brown College.
Thank you so much. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Another edition of Coach Connection. I'm Farad Tate, your host, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Coach's Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth. This show has been brought to you by the Scholar Athlete Sports Network, SASN.TV.